Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Conversation with the Mutts. Tonight's conversation is going to be holiday traditions and facts that we have researched and found for you. I don't know why I just took those glasses off. Simply because I'm not going to have to put them right back on in order to read over here to my right. Anyway, the first one that I found kind of interesting was I did not realize that there were certain states, or that the states actually, when this country was founded, did not recognize Christmas as a blanket. Yeah, a blanket recognition. What is the word? Recognition? No, that's not the right word. But anyway, y'all get my point. They did not recognize. Yes, recognition. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. So yeah, there was that. But the very first state was in the same one that she just came from. Chandler, Arizona is home to the world. Actually, I'm sorry. No,
you forgot.
I forgot that one. Yeah, the first one is that Alabama was the first state in 1836 to recognize Christmas officially. And the last state, I believe, was Florida in 1850, if I remember correctly. Chandler, Arizona. Now, I found this one kind of an interesting fact. Chandler, Arizona is home to the world's largest tumbleweed Christmas tree. What is a tumbleweed?
I never got out there. I'm assuming they take several tumbleweeds and attach them to each other until they resemble a Christmas tree shape.
I would imagine that would be that would be definitely. I don't know. That's just wow. Anyway, in Wyoming, skiers can go down the hill with Santa himself. They have a professional Santa Claus, a real beard, who poses every year at this particular ski resort, and guests can ski down the mountainside with Santa.
Now, you're thinking about Arizona. Was that? Did you say Chandler?
Chandler.
Okay, making sure that matched up with what I have. And they say it's a 35-foot tall tree. It's constructed from a 20-foot wide chicken wire frame. The tumbleweeds are attached to the wire to create the tree's shape. It takes about a week to do it.
We'll have to post that picture. She found a picture. It's hard for y'all to see, but we will post that in the community page after the show so that you all can get a better look at that. That is kind of an interesting. It almost looked from the picture. It almost looks like it snowed. Honestly,
that's just because the tree is.
Yeah. I get that. I do understand that is why that is the case. Let me see here. Did you know that there were during December, the month of December, over 3 billion with a B, Christmas cards mailed out every year?
Did you know it started in England?
Christmas cards?
Yes.
Yes, I did know that. I did indeed. I also know that they have quite a few different Christmas traditions than we do.
Yeah.
Here, the big Christmas thing is a ham. There, it's goose, for example.
Mm-hmm.
They don't call him Santa over there. He's Father Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I emailed you the picture.
Okay. We will post that later for you good people. Share some of your facts that you found.
Let me pull it up. Well, the Christmas tree essentially originated in Germany.
Oh, I think I knew that actually. I think I remember reading that.
Both the Romans and the Egyptians also used greenery in their houses to celebrate winter festivals and the triumph of life over death.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was interesting. There are two cities. There are two Baltic cities, pardon me. Riga, Latvia, and Tallinn, Estonia. They both claim they were the home of the first Christmas tree.
Hmm.
And if I remember right,
maybe they should have a battle royal to figure it out.
Yes, the two countries playfully argue about it. And it actually says that in 2010, Tallinn's mayor sent a Christmas tree to the mayor of Riga, congratulating him on the 500th anniversary of its Christmas tree and reminding them that Tallinn was celebrating the 569th anniversary of the Christmas tree.
So they're basically saying.
So they're saying there's 69 years difference.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's kind of the gist that I got.
Here's what I was looking for earlier.
What was that?
The lights on the tree.
Mm-hmm. That's an American thing.
No.
No?
No. As a matter of fact, this is saying that Martin Luther may have been the first to add light to the tree.
But he wasn't around until 1960.
Not Martin Luther. Martin Luther of the, I want to say Methodist Church.
Yeah, I believe so.
He came up with the idea after admiring the stars glittering through the pine trees. He decided to bring home a tree and add candles to create a similar effect.
Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree.
We can thank our neighbors to the south for the poinsettias.
Yes. You're talking. What we're talking? Texas, Alabama,
Mexico.
Again, I know. Sorry, folks. I'm just one of those weird moods.
It was the missionaries called it the nativity plant because it bloomed during the Advent season.
Aha.
It was brought back here by Joseph Poinsett, who was a botanist.
Poinsett. So
yes.
That's where it comes from.
And he was something. Oh, he was the first. They don't have it. Oh, first United States ambassador to Mexico. And this was in the 1800s. There's also
sorry, folks.
A legend about the poinsettia.
What's that?
Or poinsettia, however you want to pronounce it.
Putting on air.
It's a Mexican legend. It says that it's the story of Pepita, a poor girl who wanted a gift to give to the Christ child on Christmas Eve at Mass. The only thing she had to offer was a small bouquet of weeds. Her cousin assured her that what she gave would be enough. As she presented the bouquet, a Christmas miracle occurred. The weeds magically transformed into beautiful red poinsettias.
Aha. We will be getting into some more strange. That's probably the best way to put it. What is this? Huh. One sec, folks. I need to check one thing. Anyway, hold on. All right.
You've got it made for kids, which is okay, but you've got
it's
this.
not. I gotta change. I do have to change that, but anyway. Okay. I'm trying to. Yep, there it is. Not anymore. And nope, I don't want that. Okay. I was trying to figure out why we weren't seeing. That just tells me that the 7 people that are watching this probably are not subs. But that's okay because that just may mean that they'll enjoy the show and end up subbing.
Yeah.
Which is completely good. We are golden with that. The one thing that kept coming up that I noticed, and now I'm drawing a blank. The name of the town where the questionable nativity character.
Oh, it wasn't a town. It was, I believe, it's a country, and it's Catalonia.
The Catalan, yeah, Colonia. Or is it? No, it's not Cologne, but that's Catalan. Anyway, I'm gonna let you tell that. That cracked me up.
Well, there's 2 things that they do. They have, for one, a hollow log that for the days up to Christmas, the children put toys and candy and what have you into to stuff it. On Christmas Eve, they beat the log, then put food out for the log to eat right by it.
Wait. They put food out for the log to eat?
Yes. That's what I'm getting.
Okay, keep going.
And then they tuck the log in for the night. They are trying to get the log to, and I'll use the word I read, defecate gifts.
Alrighty then.
The other thing is they have, and I forgot to get the name of the figurine, but there is a figurine that when it's, I think it just gets put out Christmas Eve to Christmas Day, something like that. I'm not sure exactly, but there's a figurine that goes into the nativity. He is in a very unusual position. He's in a squatting position with his pants down around his ankles. To leave a little pile. He's positioned to leave a pile.
We still haven't figured out why this particular individual shows up in the nativity. He has very gnome, according to at least what I read, he has very gnome-like features. I've never read about. Now I admit I've never read the entire Bible, but I don't recall ever reading about a gnome in the Bible, and not
one doing that,
and not one at the
nativity.
Yeah. No, I think I'm a little confused there. Somebody in the chat want to fill a brother in. We'll happily hear you out because I just don't get that.
Well, I do have some information on the tradition of leaving milk and cookies out. This is actually according to history.com. There's a legend that says the Norse god Odin had an 8-legged horse named, and forgive me if I massacre this,
Alex?
Sleipnir.
What is the horse's name?
Odin's horse.
What is Odin's horse's name?
Sleip.
Oh, Sleipnir.
Sleipnir.
Okay,
Sleipnir.
Sleipnir. And kids would leave treats for Sleipnir in hopes that Odin would favor them with gifts in return. This really gained popularity when during our Great Depression. Parents encouraged this as a way to stress the importance of being grateful for everything they might receive on Christmas, and just to help them to be grateful for everything they had.
Okay. Let me ask this question. This is not related to what you were just talking about. What is in our research? What was the strangest thing that you found as far as
the figurine? Was the strangest thing I found.
Okay. Was there anything else that you found odd? I'm thinking of something very specific because I genuinely am lost on the whole Christmas pickle.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is it's American, apparently, or wherever it started, no one seems to know other than that, but it's really taken off here. And for those of you that don't know what it is, or if you may have actually seen the decorations that look like pickles. I've seen them. I just never knew about them.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
Apparently, you hide the pickle in the tree.
See, I grew up hiding the pickle meant something entirely different. I'm just saying.
And yeah, you hide the pickle in the tree. That would not feel good.
What, hiding it in the tree? Probably not. The pickle probably would not enjoy all of those spiny. Yeah, no.
And the person to find it, we've actually heard a couple of different things as reward for finding it.
Mm-hmm.
One is that person was essentially king or queen for the day.
Yeah.
And the other was they got either a special or an extra gift.
And I even saw one that said it was the youngest child to find the pickle in the tree got an extra gift.
Oh,
I did find
that.
I found one article that said that the youngest child to find the pickle in the tree got an extra gift. So I thought that was kind of.
I do know. Going with age, it goes back to England. I know you wanted to concentrate on American, but we brought a lot, and we don't necessarily know what they do in different countries. True. I found it interesting that we know about the Christmas pudding.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, when it's time to do the Christmas pudding, they pour rum on it,
right?
Light it on fire. The head of the household then carries it through the house with everyone else in the house parading behind him from oldest to youngest.
And that's while it's still on fire, ladies.
And they sing and it continues until either the song is over or the flames have gone out.
Did I ever tell you? And this brought this to mind. And I will admit that I've been thinking about my pops a lot the closer we get to the holiday. And that reminded me of a story. There was the occasion where my father was making and this has nothing to do with a flaming cake, ladies and gentlemen, but it does have to do with a cake. My father had a fondness, why I don't know, for fruitcake, Christmas fruitcakes.
You mean he ate the only one in existence? They say there's only one, and it just keeps getting sent around to everybody.
And I'm about to tell you why that is. I'm about to explain to you why that is. Okay. So my father decides. See, my dad is the reason that is only one, and it keeps getting sent around. Okay. Dad decides he's going to make this fruitcake. And the recipe that he had called for cognac. Okay. Mm-hmm. So It called for a cup of cognac.
Mm-hmm.
So Dad takes his measuring cup, measures out a cup of cognac, pours it in, or no, yeah, and then he decides, you know what? I like my cake really, really moist. And I'm embellishing a little bit because I don't remember the entire story, but this is from what I remember. Okay, so there may be some embellishment here, admittedly, but not much. So he decides he wants a little more. He wanted it to have a good, rich flavor.
He's making sure it tastes of cognac.
Yes. So he pours in a second cup. It gets better. It turns out.
I'm glad I wasn't there for that cake.
It turns out that the measuring cup that he was using.
It was a 2-cup measuring cup.
Yes.
Oh, God. It was a glass Pyrex 2-cup measuring cup.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yep. He had a Pyrex 2-cup measuring cup, as I recall.
Thought it was 1 cup.
Yes. So technically, that
he got 4 cups of
cognac. Yes.
In this cake.
Yes. Needless to say,
no one was feeling any pain after eating this cake.
No. Now, I was a child. I didn't get to eat any of it, but I have heard that story ever since, and that is how I remember it. If I am incorrect in any way, manner, shape, or form, I'm sure to be getting a phone call within the next 24 hours and being corrected. But as I recall, yes, I know it was I do remember them saying it was a 2-cup measuring cup, and he added a second, what he thought was a second cup. So it was 4 cups.
He had cups 3 and 4.
Yes, he did. So, yeah, that is the reason that there's only one fruitcake, and it keeps getting passed around, because that one can never die. It has been preserved. It has been eternally preserved. So yeah, so there is that. Tell us about the burning goat. There's a burning goat, ladies and gentlemen, and she's going to tell us all about it here in just a second. And this is the Christmas burning goat. The Christmas burning goat, yes.
Give me a second. I gotta pull it back up.
Yes, I when she told me about this,
You're having me go back and forth between, so it's a little bit.
I am sorry. We are not professionals, but we do enjoy this. Thank you for joining us, by the way. Please, if you're not already subscribed, please do like, share, and subscribe this. We enjoy doing this for y'all.
Yes, this goat is in Sweden.
Sweden.
It is the Yule goat.
Wait, does it know the Swedish chef Ergenberg?
I'm assuming
he knows the Swedish chef Ergenberg.
It actually is traced back to ancient pagan festivals. However, in 1966, the tradition got a whole new life after someone came up with the idea to make a giant straw goat.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's referred to as the gavle, Gavle goat.
The gavle goat. You must have your gavle goat for Christmas.
The dimensions of the goat: 42 feet high, 23 feet wide, and it weighs 3.6 tons.
3.6 tons.
And it's made of straw.
That's a heck of a lot of straw, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages.
Now they've started actually doing a 24-hour live stream on this to help prevent the fires. But it doesn't show the statistics here, but many times, something like 39 times.
So yeah, something like 39.
It's been burned.
It's burned. Yeah, this thing has burned.
It's become a tradition. And there was an American that had to pay over $10,000, and I don't remember how long he did in jail.
He actually went to jail. Yeah,
he did it, and when they talked to him about it, he said he thought it was a city tradition.
He thought it was a city, yeah. It had been done so frequently, he thought that was part of the.
So he thought he was just taking part in the city traditional celebration.
Yep. Poor guy. Boy, was he wrong. So yeah, there's a lot out there. Oh, we've got to talk about
this one.
Spoon. This next part is entirely for you.
Yes, because that's the first person I thought of when I read it.
We are going to discuss Christmas in Japan.
And folks, you'll have to let us know if you do this or you know how you celebrate Spoon. KFC launched back in '74 a marketing campaign. I cannot pronounce it, but it translates to Kentucky for Christmas. And you have to realize that Christmas is not a national holiday in Japan.
No, it is. It is. It's just not celebrated.
It's right here. It says it's not a national. Okay. It says it's an estimated 1% of the population is Christian, according to Smithsonian Magazine.
Right. It's not celebrated. It's a commercial holiday. It's more like they equate it to more like Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Right. So those in Japan have been introduced to this marketing campaign by KFC.
Colonel Sanders would be so proud.
It went over very well.
He would be so proud.
It's maintained its popularity, causing some people to order their boxes. Keep in mind, again, this is KFC.
This is a wing and a thigh and a biscuit, folks.
They're ordering their boxes months in advance, or if they don't, having to stand in, this says 2-hour-long lines to get their chicken.
Their chicken and a biscuit. I'm sorry. I like some KFC. I personally think Royal Farms is better. Sorry, KFC. No, and we are not sponsored by.
We're not sponsored by anybody at this point.
We're not sponsored by anybody. I'm just giving my personal preference. I can't see standing in line, even for Royal Farms, let alone KFC. Not doing it.
Well, since we went international and touched on where Spoon is,
yes.
Shall we discuss where Dan?
Sure.
I pronounce his last name one more time.
Dan Kiawe.
Kiawe. Okay.
Mr. Dan Kiawe. Yes, who is in New Zealand. This is for you, buddy.
Yes. It states, and this, by the way, is from countryliving.com, this particular article that we started with the Swedish goat. This says that those in New Zealand are have traditions centering around the barbie or grill. And they're generally serving fresh seafood, meat, and seasonal vegetables. I may have to Google this tree because they have a special Christmas tree. It blooms a bright red color in December, and it provides shade during the sunny days as they sing carols in both English and Maori. I don't know. Maori. Okay.
Yes.
So
yes.
It's Pohatukawa, I think, maybe.
Dan, you got to give her bonus credit. You got to give her bonus points for at least trying, brother. I wasn't even going to touch that one with a 10 football. I backed up off of it. And I know you're going to watch this later, so get up with me later. Let me know how that's pronounced, and we will. Yeah, we'll teach folks.
Do you want to read about the French Caribbean island of Martinique, since you can pronounce the French words better than I can?
No, because no.
Okay.
I'll help you, but I'm reading that. That's too small for me. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
La Rebote is a long-standing tradition where families visit their neighbors during Advent and New Year's Day, bearing holiday food like yams, boudin creole,
Parle Creole. Yeah. See, she says she can't speak French. I don't speak fluent French, but I read it better than I speak it. But yeah, she's doing okay.
Pâté salé.
Pâté salé.
Pâté salé. And pork stew. They sing Christmas carols together in the early hours of the morning, adding their own Creole verses to traditional lyrics.
I'm still trying to get over the burning goat, guys. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to get over the burning goat and why I'm not seeing anybody in the chat. That's a little weird to me.
I don't know.
Are there 9?
That's why I was trying to do this to see if
the 7 people. So
nobody's.
Huh? What does it say?
It doesn't look like.
Doesn't look like it. What? There are 7?
No one's sending. It looks like no one's sending messages. I got your little thing about being for subscribers only mode.
Yeah, for 5 minutes.
Only channel subscribers of 5 minutes or longer can send messages.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, that must mean
I've definitely been a member for longer than.
And you can't send.
I'm a subscriber. I don't know if I can or not.
Try it.
Well, I'm sending you the hearts. You're not seeing them there.
Odd. Very, very odd. Don't know, Olivia. Don't know. You're definitely not a non-member. Anyway, I don't know why that is. I'm not sure.
I just sent a message saying test.
What am I testing? We want public. Hold on. Yeah, we want public.
You are public.
Yeah. We want public category. I'm trying to figure out. That's weird. I've set other ones to channel subscribe only, and.
Well, you figure this is the first time it's us. Maybe that has something to do with it.
No, not at all. They should still be able to subscribe, which is.
Maybe that's why, because you had it originally as made for kids, and live chat won't be available on the live stream mode for kids.
Maybe
that's what happened.
I might have accidentally hit made for kids, and that might be what it is. All right, that would explain it at least. So, lesson learned, ladies and gentlemen. Lesson learned. I did not realize that. Okay.
Yeah, because it defaults to made for kids. I noticed that when you were looking.
Yeah, it does default to that, and I normally hit not made for kids, so I must have missed that one. Sorry
for all the technical
mumbo jumbo stuff. Yes. We do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We are trying. Did you have any other unusual facts?
Hold on. The action is turned off for content made for kids. Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, we accidentally. Yeah, I had apparently accidentally, and when I went back
to change. Thank you, Angel.
Yeah. My bad, folks. I apologize to all of you.
So we can't respond to them. I'm sorry, guys.
And they can't respond to us. So we will not do that again. Lessons learned. So we apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not perfect. I know it's hard to believe that I'm not perfect, but I can't be perfect. She's got it all. She's got the full package of perfection.
Right.
Perfection. I'm telling you, perfection. Although I have to, we're going to get off topic of the holidays for just a minute, and then, although we could go back to food, I have to give a really. I know a lot of you know who the Faceless Roommate is. I know y'all know this. He has more fans on here on my channel than I do. Okay, you just heard him chuckle when I said that, but it's the truth. I don't have people screaming for me. Hey, they ask where you are. So yeah, hey, whatever. It's cool. I get it. Oh, by the way, for those of you who are watching who do not know, the first video that hits 1,000, what was the agreement? 1,000 likes and 1,000 views.
Not the shorts.
Not the shorts. Actual video. Or at our wedding, because the faceless roommate is going to be my best man. If we get a video that hits prior to the wedding, like I just said, 1,000 views and 1,000 likes, we will be revealing the faceless roommate. He has agreed to that, just so you people are aware. But what I was going to say was, since we were talking about the differences between England and here on food, here it's usually ham for Christmas. There it's goose.
And a lot of people even here do turkey as well.
Yes, well, I've seen turkey and ham done at the same time.
I've done a duck and a ham.
Yep.
For Christmas.
I just have to give the faceless roommate a big shout out on tonight's dinner. He knocked that one out of the park. We have his fried chicken recipe with his mashed potatoes, and he banged it out of the park, ladies and gentlemen. I can't tell you what's in the recipe. He will not allow me in the kitchen while that's happening, I don't think. I could be wrong. He may actually let me. Actually, he did let me in. I just didn't take the time to look at what the ingredients, the spices were. But anyway, did we find any other unusual? You were talking about eggnog. You had found that thing on eggnog, and where that started from.
The theory, at least.
Yes, the theory
is that it's tied to the Middle Ages or medieval times. Pardon me. I have to find
nog.
I have to switch back and forth.
Nog.
Oh no. Hold on. Before we do that.
Yes.
Mistletoe.
Okay, go for it.
We'll do mistletoe first.
Mistletoe, and then we're going to give y'all the tradition of eggnog.
Somewhere in here there was a legend tied to it, but the mistletoe is believed to have fertility restoring properties for barren animals. So they would put mistletoe in and around stalls of animals and such.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they believe how it got to be associated with love and romance, even though it's a parasitic plant. And that it started with the Druids.
Poisonous parasitic plant.
And
then
there's a little more about fruitcake. This isn't the right. It was this particular drink.
Mm-hmm.
Was or is it's a very I guess you want to call it a variation. You may have to help me with remembering the ingredients, but a dozen egg yolks, not the whole egg, just the yolk.
A pound of sugar.
A pound of sugar. I've got to find it to get the recipe right.
It's driving her nuts.
Yeah.
I thought she had it, folks. I'm sorry. Forgive us for the technical difficulties tonight. Personally,
this might tell me the legend of the mistletoe.
Okay, we're gonna go back to the legend of the mistletoe then, babe, and then get back to the eggnog because we're bouncing back and forth.
No, it's okay. This doesn't have it. Anyway, I am looking for the. That's not it.
Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. God, I'm singing more tonight on this. Oh, wait, go ahead.
No, I just closed something out and didn't mean to, but it's okay.
Let it go. What are some other unusual? There was one in Spain, was there not?
Oh, the king's cake.
Yeah, the king's cake.
This is where we found something a little contrary for each of us. Because that cake has things in it. Remember?
I don't remember what they were, but yes.
I don't remember what the one is, but the one, if you get it, you're once again essentially king or queen for the day.
Yeah.
What he found is that a bean does that. What I found was it was whatever that particular item was for the king or queen, and the bean, if you found it, meant you had to buy next year's king cake.
King cake, yeah. Yep. If you found the bean, you had to buy the following year's king cake. Whereas in another version, if you found the bean, you were king for the day. King and or queen. Or
king or queen.
Yeah. Well, hey, I am being politically correct in today's climate.
Yes, but I know you.
Yes, you do. Indeed, you do. Indeed, she does. So, did you run across anything about Christmas lights?
Well, I did already say about Luther,
right?
Martin Luther,
right?
Being the one to start that.
I kind of meant more direct in regards to here in the States.
I know I read something about the person that started putting the lights outside.
I know I read an article where there's a house in upstate New York. Their power bill for the month of December. Now, I don't know if they still do this or not. If they do, they're more loaded than I could imagine. Their power bill for the month of December was something like $35,000. Why was it $35,000, you might ask, ladies and gentlemen? Because every square inch of the house and yard, including the animatronic, the animatronic characters that were in the yard, were lit. And they played music from the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. That they told stories from one of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra albums. And yeah, their monthly bill for December is something like $35,000. Fortunately for them, they live on a street where they can pretty much block it off, and as people come in, they've started charging to help cover the cost of the bill. But yeah, it's absolutely insane. I've seen videos for it. It's just absolutely nuts.
Yeah, it's actually Thomas Edison's colleague, Edward Hibbard Johnson, who's credited as the inventor of Christmas lights connected on strands.
Johnson, okay.
Edison's colleague.
I
got kind of a kick, if you will. I thought it was cute.
Okay.
As how stockings came about.
Okay, well, tell us.
St. Nicholas was a real person.
Yep.
Well, apparently, and this is in Turkey.
Okay.
Apparently, there was a widower with 3 daughters. And the poor man was afraid that he would not be able to pay for the dowry for his girls. And they would not marry well and not be able to be taken care of. St. Nicholas actually went to the house and snuck in. Now, there's a legend and then there's the story. The legend is that he came in, he was up on the roof, and there were the girls' stockings were hanging by the fireplace to dry.
Right.
And that he dropped what he puts in through the chimney, and it just happens to fill the stocking.
Aha.
This says that, the girls' recently laundered stockings were drying by the fire, and he filled them with gold coins before going silently into the night.
Ah. So that's interesting. So wait a minute. They were getting gold coin? Who is your most? Who is? I'm gonna go in a slightly different direction here a minute. Your favorite secular, and I'm gonna say secular because I'm gonna have a slight tantrum about something I found on the internet earlier. But who is your favorite secular Christmas? Or yeah,
My favorite secular Christmas.
yes. Is it Frosty? Is it Santa himself? Is it one of the reindeer? Or is it Krampus?
Krampus is kind of cool, but
A little dark.
Yes,
A little dark.
And I've always loved snowflakes. To look at them, I'm not thrilled when they're falling on me when I'm outside. I'm not thrilled with the icy conditions they leave, but I love watching it snow when I get the chance.
How?
When I'm inside.
How do I do this? 2 women in my life that love snow. 2 that I've had in my life.
You're misunderstanding. I like watching it snow.
But that means it has to snow.
Yes, but that doesn't mean I like going out in it.
Okay, fair enough.
Ideally, I would be having a window seat with a blanket over my lap, a cup of hot cocoa, and one of the cats watching it snow outside.
What am I? What am I, folks? What am I?
You couldn't fit in my lap while I'm sitting on there.
Nobody said. Did you notice? Did y'all notice? Krampus is coming to visit you for Christmas. Okay, Krampus. By the way, for those of y'all that don't know, we're going to go back to the whole. You wouldn't even pull the love seat over in front of the fireplace for me. That's fine. That's fine. It's whatever. Krampus, however, was Santa's dark counterpart. It's alleged that he was half goat, half demon, and would leave rods and coal in children's shoes if they were naughty. I want to know how they concluded, or they combined, excuse me, not concluded, but they combined a half goat, half demon character as being the dark counterpart to a saint. The saint, isn't he? This Nicholas is the saint for children.
And what we were looking at the other day was that Santa Claus and Saint Nicholas,
Saint Nicholas, yes,
are for the kids, and it's Father Christmas for the adults.
Okay.
However,
I did not remember that.
That said, I believe, again, going back to England, they'll leave them a plate of cookies or something, but it's not milk that gets left out.
Brandy. They leave out the brandy. Yeah. I think the kids leave it out for Santa because the milk and cookies for Santa. The adults leave out.
No, it was the kids leaving the brandy.
Oh, was it the kids leaving it? Oh,
just
okay.
not
you know,
and
you know full well that it was the parents. Look, Santa's probably going to be real cold because it's cold outside. He's got to go around. Now, I look. Could you imagine? Santa makes his complete run. He gets over Europe and parts of Asia, and by the time he gets back to the North Pole, he's lit. Could you imagine?
Well, he'll definitely sleep.
That's why he only does it once a year, folks. That's truly why Santa only goes once a year.
He's heavily counting on those reindeer to drive him home safely, so
That's
he doesn't
right.
get in trouble with flying while intoxicated.
Well, Rudolph. Look, y'all thought Rudolph's nose, was just a beacon. No, no. Santa had GPS. Santa had GPS long before the rest of us. It's in Rudolph's nose. So he just flying. They put that sleigh on autopilot and let him go. I'm just saying. But no, they do. According to legend, many homes in Europe, all across Europe, leave him a sweet snack, some carrots for the reindeer.
I have now seen where
and brandy.
As far as the reindeer goes,
yes,
I have seen where families are taking time, or somebody's at least taking time to do this for the kids. They're essentially taking a Ziploc bag and filling it with some oatmeal and maybe some random pieces of cereal, some Cheerios and what have you, and glitter. Are you familiar with this?
Glitter?
Glitter.
I'm not, but I know somebody who is.
This is reindeer food.
Okay.
The theory behind it with the kids is they take it out and they put it on the lawn to draw the reindeer. So we're giving the reindeer something to get them to the house so that Santa.
My question is, are they taking the glitter and they're making like runway lights with it?
No, it's all mixed in together, and then you sprinkle it on the lawn. Think like when you've seen people feeding chickens.
Yes.
And it just gets sprinkled.
Yeah. Could you imagine? No. Glitter gets into everything. Everything.
Yes, I know.
No, we are not doing that. No. Boys and girls, no. I'm sorry. Y'all out of luck. We ain't doing glitter tonight. Nope. Now, let's get back to the brandy thing a minute. I need, if there are any true Irish from Ireland, Belfast, Cork, and I didn't say that right, it's Cork, Dublin, County Kerry. Please tell me that y'all had the decency to leave Santa, instead of brandy, just some straight up good old fashioned Irish whiskey. Please let me know. Leave it down in the comments, folks. Leave it down in the comments. Irish whiskey for Santa as he goes over Ireland. I'm telling you that. Otherwise, y'all just ruin.
Hold on. I think I know where that.
What?
I think I know where the eggnog thing is.
Okay, she's looking for the eggnog thing. So yeah, and again, let me apologize one more time that I goofed up and had inadvertently, and I tried to fix it, but it was too late. Inadvertently tried to fix the thing where I made it so y'all couldn't comment. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, I did find it. This is from Scotland.
Scotland.
They have something there.
Get in my belly. I'm sorry.
It's, we all know they have their unique food and drink.
I'm trying not to laugh.
Which, by the way, somewhere along the lines when I was researching, they were talking about throwing haggis. An event. It's an event. Anyway,
I know a guy who who used to own a bar here in Norfolk. He had a dwarf toss. He was the dwarf, and he owned the bar. So
he would get tossed.
So my question is, could they name him Haggis and toss him?
Nickname him Haggis?
Yes,
I suppose, but it's not the same thing. If he's willing to let them call him Haggis and throw him.
Yeah, he owned a bar here, and I believe it was here in Norfolk, and he would, as a gimmick. It started out as a gimmick where he would have dwarf toss Wednesdays. And he was the dwarf. He owned the bar, but he would allow the patrons to toss him.
Since it was him, there was less issue with liability.
Right. And and y'all are saying, how did this relate to Christmas, right? It was only in the month of December that he would do this. So yeah, the winner for that night got to drink for.
Being that it was December, it should have been elf tossing.
Well, yeah, probably, but I'm not being politically correct tonight. And knowing
I'm
him,
not being politically correct. I'm being seasonally correct.
That's true. I could actually see him doing that though. Yeah, I could see. Yeah, I could see him dressing up as an elf and letting them toss him. Anyway, the winner would get to drink for the night for free. Up to
it wouldn't do me any good. I'd be drinking soda all night anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so back to the eggnog or eggnog-esque drink that they're talking about. This is actually from Shetland, which it's my understanding, they're deeply influenced by their Scandinavian heritage. It's called Whipkill. And it's actually served at the end of a breakfast Yule feast. It's a dozen egg yolks, not full eggs, just the yolks, a pound of sugar,
right,
a half pint of rum, and a quart of fresh cream. And they would serve a shortbread on the side.
Is that so? Well, no, that would have to be Jamaican rum.
And this is actually, I got this on The Scotsman. That's the name of the website,
okay.
The Scotsman. And they actually, because they were talking about that's some Scottish traditions. So.
That is. Yeah. I'm just picturing all sorts of kilt wearing people running around with,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God knows what. Now, one of the traditions that we have here, and by here I mean in Virginia, and it's something that I really want to do at some point one year. I want to go to Williamsburg.
I do too.
I really do. I want to
go to Colonial Williamsburg for Christmas.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Especially after the article I read earlier.
Yeah, they will. I will take you on a horse-drawn carriage, right, my love?
Awesome.
Yes. I haven't been up there in years, but the last time I went, I was in school, and we went as a class field trip. And of course, as a child, I'm not all that interested.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I thought, but they actually make their wreaths are made with real fruit.
Pine cones are
pine cones, actual
front and center.
Real pineapple.
Pineapple, not pine cones. I'm sorry.
Pineapple. Yes.
That's me going back to Arizona for a second with the pine cones.
Yes, a pineapple is
yes, pineapple.
It's usually
very prominent.
Usually hung over the door. Yeah, they were everywhere. And one of my recollections, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about food-esque topic here, was always getting rock candy. That's why when we went to the Battle of Great Bridge thing, I wanted to get rock candy. Yeah, Williamsburg, the Battle of Great Bridge, Revolutionary War, rock candy. See how the logic there worked?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was I always remembered we would go, because we would do it almost every year in elementary school. We'd go.
So you use the rock candy with Christmas. I do Peeps with Easter.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of the thing.
Going back to Krampus for a minute.
Yeah.
The Scots have something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can pronounce that from the.
She's got me trying to read this. I can translate it.
It means the dark Christmas spirit.
The dark spirit of Christmas.
Apparently, this is for the children of Islay, which is an island in the Scottish Hebrides.
Yep.
The evil, it actually translates, according to this, to the dark, crooked one of Christmas.
Yep.
If they behaved badly, the spirit would visit them. They actually spoke to Peggy Earl, a resident of Islay, back in.
She looks at me like I know
69.
this woman.
It was a 1969 interview with her, and she recalled that she was absolutely, quote, absolutely terrified of this creature who would reportedly howl down chimneys.
But only at Christmas time.
Yes.
I have a theory, but it's only a theory.
Mm-hmm.
She had her flue too open. The flue in her chimney was too far open, and the wind would blow across and make it howl.
Everybody would do it, but this she's not saying he would howl down hers necessarily. That's what he was told that he would howl. The direct quote with her was absolutely terrified.
Sorry, she had her leg over top of mine, and my leg was falling asleep. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be far more professional the next time. But anyway, do you have any family traditions that I had thought your cheese spread was a family Christmas tradition? Yes.
Yes, it was. At least it always was at Christmas, and I think it would be cool with Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Right.
It's obviously been a while since Grandpa was around, and he was the main one, and we did make it in Wisconsin a few times, but not as diligently.
I got you.
So, another Christmas tradition we had when I was little, and I kind of miss this, and you're going to have to get used to something at some point because of this.
That's scary, ladies and gentlemen. I'm now officially afraid.
My grandparents on my mother's side,
yes,
would have our family Christmas on Thanksgiving.
Why am I going to have to get used to that?
You're going to have to get used to having my tree up before Thanksgiving. Because of it, to me, it's a way to honor my grandparents.
Maybe it's
but that's never been put away.
It's up. Different. It's up and it's down. Go get it. You know what? No, she's criticizing, and we've already got our Christmas tree up. It's up and it's decorated, ladies and gentlemen. I need to point this out. It is not only is it up, it is up and decorated, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I rest my case.
Sitting in a coffee cup. The base of it sitting in a coffee cup.
Yes, absolutely. I got
here end of August.
Yes.
It's been in the same place.
Listen.
It's never been moved. It's never been touched. This is the first time.
The truth is, okay, many of you know about the photograph, Sunrise on the Ocean. Okay. We've had a big thing about that this week. That picture, I was wrong about when that picture was shot. I was completely wrong when that picture was shot, and I apologize for that. It was not shot on the 4th of July, like I said. I have my pictures confused. Seeing this again reminded me. It was shot around the same time as this tree. Okay, this tree was given to me by a friend who came to visit, and while we were down at the oceanfront, I shot that picture. Seeing this again out. And she's right. It has been over in the corner, but that's our. She's. How dare you? Wait, no, I'm not done. Hold on a second, please. How dare you judge my Charlie Brown Christmas tree?
I'm not judging your Charlie Brown Christmas tree. What I'm saying is, you're acting like you spent hours decorating and dug everything up.
No,
it's been sitting here for at least 3 months. At least.
More like 3 years.
Okay, then.
More like 3 years. At least I'm honest with you folks. I'm just saying.
I'm talking about, okay, honey, it's time to decorate. Let's get the tree out and the lights out.
Okay.
Doing everything. No.
I'm decorating.
It's
I'm
also after
decorating.
Thanksgiving.
I'm decorating.
My decorating would be done before Thanksgiving.
We have decorated. The show has now got its. And look, I even have a pine cone. She was talking about pine cones in Arizona earlier. Pine cone, ladies and gentlemen. I need to point this out. Pine cone.
Anyway, back to my family's tradition.
Okay.
There were reasons that they did.
Angry chicken state. Angry chicken state. Stop it. Stop it. Now I'm the dark spirit of Christmas. Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, stop.
Go Hawkeyes. Anyway, Mom is one of 4 children. And for most of...
I'm going to let her tell this story. I'm listening. I'm going to go get something to drink. No.
You do have some cold soda in the fridge.
Eggnog. I'm getting us both some eggnog.
Okay.
I will be back. I will be back, but I will be within earshot. You folks, please enjoy this story.
It's the half gallon.
Yes, I know. I had some the other night.
Brat?
Why am I a brat? Why am I a brat?
Because I didn't even know you opened it yet.
Yeah, sure did. Anyway, be right back.
Yesterday? Yeah. No, you didn't have any of the half gallon last night. You had some of the carton before.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, go and tell your story. And don't touch my Christmas tree.
It swiveled when I moved the laptop.
You touched my tree. It's out of the shot. Stop it. There. Put it back in the shot.
Better?
That's my placeholder.
It's back in the shot. It's just on its side. Oh, shit. The pine cone came off. Anyway, we had one uncle out in Washington State. One uncle, I want to say in Arkansas. He's a bit of a Rolling Stone. He just kind of bounced. He and his family bounced around quite a bit of my life. And then we had my aunt and uncle in Wisconsin. If you know anything about the weather up there as it gets colder, you know you really don't want to be taking any long trips when it's snowing. So the family would have the holiday. On Thanksgiving, we would have Christmas. So there was never any fighting with the kids and their spouses of, well, we did Christmas at your mom's last year. We have to do it at mine this year. There was never, well, what time is your family serving? My family's serving at X. So there was no running from one to the other. And as a kid, who on earth would disagree with having 2 Christmases? So that was one of my family traditions. I miss that. I miss my grandparents. I unfortunately lost my grandmother when I was very young. And as for the cheese, it was not only tradition to have the cheese. Part of the tradition was the making of the cheese. We would get the Colby, get the onion, get the garlic, and get the pickles. And then wherever we were at, whoever's house, whether it was grandma and grandpa's, Edie's, whatever, somebody would attach the old-fashioned meat grinder by vise to the table and position a bowl on a chair beneath it. And everybody, Mom or Edie would be the ones to put the stuff in to the grinder. But at very least, Mom, Edie, my cousin, and I would take turns grinding. It was kind of a rite of passage growing up. How about you, honey? Any holiday traditions you had growing up, or you put into place for the kids?
Cognac cakes. We had drunken cognac cakes. I'm kidding.
I want to try, especially after Battle of Great Bridge.
Yes.
I want to get the rum cake.
Yes. As far as family traditions go, in my family, it was we opened our Christmas pajamas, and I'm sure many of you did the same thing, and one gift on Christmas Eve.
I was never permitted to open a gift on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
Oh, that no.
We were also then Christmas morning. Christmas Day was a thing because when my grandparents were alive, they would come over. Nana and Pop would come over to the house and have breakfast with us. We would all open our Christmas. Truth be told, and this was before my sister came along, more than after she was hatched. I'd get my parents up ridiculously early.
Of course.
Open my Christmas, see what Santa brought, open Christmas gifts, and Mom and Dad would open theirs. My grandparents would come over 8, 9 o'clock. We would have Christmas breakfast at the house. Then we would go to my grandparents. Ooh, did we ever? Yeah, it was. Yeah, my Nana had spent the full day.
Your dad's folks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This was my father's mother and father, and yeah, Nana was one for putting on a spread. Oh my word! And my grandfather's sister, my Aunt Helen, great Aunt Helen, would bring a pound cake. Okay.
Love pound cake.
Yeah, this was I'm trying to remember, she would drizzle it, and it had apricot. Apricot drizzle on the pound cake. I don't like apricots, but I did like that. I loved her pound cake. Her pound cake was amazing. And we would open Christmas gifts there, go home, take a nap.
I'm sure between the food coma and waking up at dark 30.
Yes. And we'd go home, take a nap. And then we would go down to the ocean front. Now, this was before they started running lights down at the Stro. We would go down into my aunt and uncles, great aunt and uncles, and have hang out there with them until later in the evening, and then we would come home. I remember doing that for many, many years. That is a very fond memory that I have. I noticed that one of the things that I miss that I did as a kid that they don't do as much of anymore, probably because people would probably try to shoot them or whatever, blah, blah, nobody Christmas carols anymore.
No, unfortunately they don't. That has gone the way of the dodo. I had several years ago, I had a woman roughly my age that had a large family. She had several children. And I was a babysitter. I ended up, I got permission from their mom, but I took them to an assisted living, or like an assisted living. Essentially, it was like an apartment building full of nothing but elderly and elderly seniors, and I think some handicap. Sorry.
That's a little bit of an oxymoron.
Yes, I know.
Elderly
No.
seniors. No, these
it's
are
a little
teenage
bit
seniors.
of redundancy. It's redundant.
Yes, you're right. Redundant. You're right. Not oxymoronic. It's redundant. No, wait. These were all 17 and 18-year-olds who were getting ready to graduate.
Yes, exactly.
high
It's
school.
elderly
They lived in
seniors
the
versus
house.
high school seniors.
Is that anything? Is that anything like the middle schoolers versus the women's Olympic soccer team?
Anyway, it was essentially an apartment building for them. And I think we took the elevator all the way to the top floor, and on each floor walked around, made one loop back to the elevator, went down to the next floor.
Yep. I can remember as a kid, there would be a bunch of us. Usually it was the Sunday. It was usually the Sunday before Christmas, and we would get the pastor of the church that we went to, if I remember right, they would get everybody together, or whoever wanted to go, and we would go Christmas caroling to shut-ins or to the nursing home, and I did that as a kid a number of times.
By the way,
yes,
thank you, and this actually tastes good.
Thank you very much.
Having a little eggnog.
Little nog. Well, folks, I hope that you all have enjoyed.
Ask you,
Elvis, 42?
Blue. We touched on.
Yes, we touched. Yes.
What, we talked about my family having the cheese spread.
Mm-hmm.
Was there something that your mom or your grandma would make every year, the traditional thing, besides the pound cake for your aunt?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we still have it almost every year. We had it at Thanksgiving. This won't be the first Christmas that I've gone without it, but my grandmother would make. Okay, now let me back up. Nana would make. She would have this huge turkey. She would take the drippings from that. She put it into a pot, and she would make homemade turkey and dumplings. Homemade, and I'm not talking. And I know we've had. I know that some of us have had discussions about what a dumpling is. For me, it's what they want to call it. Oversized ramen. I don't know. I take offense to that.
Almost a thick noodle. A thick square cut noodle.
She's from the Midwest,
If you're familiar with Cracker Barrel, they're similar to theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just say, I grew up with the biscuit type,
which are gummy,
big and fluffy,
gummy and sticky.
I actually saw an episode of Good Eats with Alton Brown. I don't know if anybody out there has ever watched, but I love the show. And he actually talked about dumplings. And baby, my dumplings are the high class dumplings.
Well, we're not going to have we will not have dumpling wars here. We have already had, now we have not, but Spoon and I have already had the chili war with our chili recipe as my entry, and her vegetable soup that she calls chili as hers. And well, let's be honest, I won. Truth is, I won. That's just bottom line.
We are at some point.
We would have to
get a hold of another crock pot.
We would have to get. Do you know we would have to get at least 5 non-prejudiced people?
Non-prejudicial.
Yeah, that's what I said. Non-prejudiced. Leave me alone. I'm from Virginia.
Yeah, y'all can't talk down here. I'm just giving you a rough time.
Listen.
Here we go.
Listen. You're not listening. You're talking. You can't talk and listen. One mouth.
Cletus.
One mouth.
Cleavon, pardon me.
Yeah, Cletus was my uncle. Mom, she's not. I swear to God, she's not laughing at Uncle Cletus. You're not. Please tell me you're not legitimately laughing.
No, I'm
'Cause
laughing
you-
at Cleavon.
Okay. All right. The spirit of Cleavon has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. And what I has to say is we would have to get us a couple of non-prejudicial judges to have this dumpling thing and settle it once and for all. Yes, we would.
A dumpling off?
Yes, we would have to have a dumpling off. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So what I want y'all to do, because we still got 6 people watching this, and I'm cutting up at this point, but in all honesty, I will take anybody who is in or around the state of Virginia and is willing to come out this way. No, I'm not telling y'all where I live. We're not doing it here at the house. We're going to do it at a centralized location. But we should really have it. Would that would have
get another crock pot.
Oh yeah,
Keep everything.
But to be honest, that would go great. A dumpling off on the food portion of the dinner with the Mutts. Heck yeah, we would do it. We would need a couple of non-prejudicial. There, see, Mutt's back. Mutt is back.
You're learning. Oh my goodness.
So you can teach an old dog new tricks. You went the wrong way. Damn it, you went the wrong way. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to swear, y'all, but that's just annoying. She does that all the time. Look.
That is the first time you've said anything about it.
Yeah, it's just that's a
Keep it up, I'll pull Thaddeus.
By the way, y'all, for those of y'all that don't know, this is Thaddeus. Okay, his name is officially Thaddeus Belvedere the Second. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Thaddeus Belvedere the Second. Yeah, won't tell y'all what happened to him. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. But no, back to. You asked me a question. I'm going to answer it. It was her chicken and dumplings every year.
Your Nana's?
Yes, my Nana's.
And you'll have to forgive me. I'm very much Midwestern. I'm not comfortable with Nana. Saying Nana.
You've never met her. She's been dead for 25,
I'm talking
27
in general. So that's why I still say grandma or grandmother to you, because I know you called her Nana.
Okay, but see, it that gets confusing. If you called her grandma, I'm gonna think you're talking about my mom's mom, because that's Grandma Ruth, who I never met because she died when my mama was 9, but she was always Grandma Ruth. So if you say grandma to me, I'm going, okay, but no, because that's the wrong grandmother. No, Nana.
I have to learn to address her as Nana.
You address me. You address me as Nana. We got a problem. I'm just saying, folks. Don't you do it? Don't. Elder abuse. I swear to God,
You're not that much older, baby.
Elder abuse. She beating up on an elderly man. Anyway, no, Nana.
You haven't hit that senior citizen mark yet. Don't tell the guy Golden Corral that because he gave us a discount.
Don't tell the guy Golden Corral that. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do get the senior discount.
Well, then again, I'm now 51 and I have AARP. I've had AARP for like a year.
Thanks to you, I know.
Yes.
Yes.
I know someone who's 46. I think he'll turn 47 in March.
We won't talk about
who
it.
has AARP.
He has an ARP?
He has AARP.
Wait, okay.
That's Steve.
I know.
Okay.
I know who you're talking about. My question to you is an ARP anything like an AR-15 or an M16?
No.
Is it a handgun?
No.
Again, down in the chats, somebody tell me what caliber or calibers an ARP comes in. Does it have? Is it full auto, semi-auto, and if so, does it have a 3-round burst or is it just straight to auto? I need to know these things. Okay, I do. I need to know all about this ARP gun she keeps talking about.
One other thing my family would do is my mom would make homemade stuffing. I remember countless Thanksgivings and Christmas morning where I would come out of my room and find my way to the kitchen, and she would be standing there ripping apart somewhat stale loaves of bread.
Mm.
And then she would put in the sage and the onion and what have you. I don't even know what else she put in it. And she can't tell me what she put in it or how much now.
Why not?
She doesn't remember. My mother has dementia.
Oh, well, that would, yeah. I thought,
And
okay.
apparently you're getting it because you forgot.
No, I didn't forget. I thought you said your grandmother. I was going to
No,
make
my mom.
I was going to make a joke, but.
No, this was mom making it.
Apparently, this is smarter than I am tonight. I give. Look, it's even got some color in it right there. It's got some red in it, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, folks, I am hitting that goofy point. Like the whole show hasn't been that already. Please feel free to join us next week.
We have no idea what the topic
We
will be.
really don't. If you have any suggestions for that, again, leave them down in the comments. I'm giving you all kinds of things to leave down in our comments. I love to read the comments. Listen, I just learned to read last week. My name, I went to Coon Bottom. I went to Coon Bottom Elementary School, and I dropped out after the
third week,
fourth time of going through the third grade. So I got to me a 12th grade education. I just read on a very limited level. Okay, I was an intelligent redneck. But, and by the way, I need y'all to vote for me. Cleveland Cleaverton president 2024. I'm just saying, remember, vote early, vote often. American Redneck Party. This show has gone off the rails, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all have had a good time. We will be
Thank
doing.
you all for watching.
We will be doing far more serious shows. Well, yeah, I'm sure we will do far more serious shows. I really just needed a good laugh tonight. But so if my humor has offended anyone, you'll get over it.
And fair warning, if you haven't figured it out, like I tell him, my goofy matches his goofy, his silly matches my silly. So
y'all in trouble. But anyway, we really do appreciate y'all. I absolutely find it amusing that there are 4 people watching and 14 likes. That's the kind of number I can get down with. You know, it would have been great if it had still been 14 and 14, but I'm cool with 4 and 14. You know, make sure you share out the show if there's anything in here, or clip it up, share it out. You know, just don't make us look bad. I mean, I'm bald and half blind, fat, getting over cancer. I can't look much worse.
Choose to be this.
Yes,
at this point.
I do. It's true. It's true. But, you know, I was told by a neurosurgeon once that I had a very, very noble looking head. And then I turned around and he saw my face and he knew it was over.
I was told by an ENT that I have a small nose.
Yep. It's true. She does, folks. But I liked your nose. I think it's cute. Anyway,
it's nice to have something about me that's small.
It's cute. Do we want to take a guess at what we might do next week for a show?
I don't even know of ideas right now. We've talked about more about places to visit than topics.
That's true. That is true. We have, and my mother sent us another, or was it you? It was you over there on Lafayette.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, there was a burger joint that we were thinking about checking out. We will also, for those of you, this show just doesn't want to end. And that's okay. You know, y'all are going to get all kinds of information coming to us. The other thing that,
well, your mom has given us another. I assume it's a mom and pop pop kind of place. I don't know.
What, the Pirates Cove?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, yes, ladies and gentlemen, Pirates Cove. For anybody from the Pirates out there that are interested, yes, we will be covering the Pirates Cove. It's a local restaurant. It is a local restaurant. I don't know about a mom and pop, but it's definitely local. My mother has already informed me that she's giving us a gift card as her contribution to the channel and an early Christmas gift at some point in the next couple of weeks. So
we do have a topic or two.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas outfits or ugly sweaters for Christmas for next week.
We can do this.
In that case, I will keep the other little tidbit that I came across
today.
Oh, because if we're doing ugly sweaters, I'm going to hold on to it.
Ugly sweaters. We're going to find out where they came from, how the tradition got started.
That's what I found out.
Well, shh, don't tell nobody. Anyway, folks, y'all have a good night. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And as always, I'm Mutt.
I'm Mrs. Mutt.
And we want you to take care of yourselves and each other until next time. Bye, y'all. Okay.